You know that feeling when your alarm goes off and, instead of excitement, you just sigh? You stare at your screen, your coffee, your to-do list, and everything inside you whispers, "I don't want to do this." We've all been there. Work that doesn't inspire you, tasks that drain you, routines that feel endless. But here's a truth few people say out loud. Learning how to do what you don't like, and do it well, is one of the most valuable life skills you will ever develop. Because life will always hand you something uncomfortable. A dull assignment, a difficult boss, a subject you hate, a responsibility you didn't choose. The question isn't how to avoid them, but how to handle them with strength, grace, and growth. Today, we'll explore 5 powerful ways to perform well at work you don't enjoy, without losing your motivation or your mind. The first step is understanding that the things you don't like are often the price you pay for the things you love. Think about it. You love payday, but that paycheck comes with endless meetings and tough clients. You love being your own boss, but that freedom comes with long nights, stress, and uncertainty. Pleasure and pain are partners. Every reward carries a cost. Every success includes a shadow of discomfort. Once you accept that, frustration loses power. You stop expecting life to only give you what's fun. You realize that "I hate this" is often just part of the road toward "I love that." Take musicians, for example. You see them on stage under bright lights and think, "What an incredible life." But you don't see the 6 hours a day they spend practicing scales. That repetition is the part most people would hate, but it's also the price of the magic. So here is the first mindset shift. Every task you dislike is a ticket towards something you do like. Pay the ticket without complaining about the cost. Now sometimes, what you think you dislike is really just something you don't understand yet. We often reject what's unfamiliar. When we don't get it, it feels boring, frustrating, or pointless. But once we peel back the mystery, our brain switches from ugh to oh. Maybe you hated spreadsheets until you learned what the formulas actually do. Maybe you dreaded public speaking until you saw it as storytelling. A lot of "I don't like this" is really "I don't get this yet." So get curious about your resistance. Ask yourself, what exactly makes me dislike this? Is it truly awful or just unfamiliar? If it's the latter, give yourself an hour to explore it. Watch a video. Ask someone skilled at it. Often, curiosity is the cure for boredom. When I started my first business, I hated accounting. The numbers made my head spin. But when I forced myself to understand cash flow and profit margins, it changed everything. Those numbers stopped being monsters and became a map, showing where my business was going. The task didn't change, my understanding did. Next, change how you do it. Boredom isn't always about what you were doing. It's about how you were doing it. If you have to write a report, make it a challenge. Try to make it the clearest, most enjoyable report your boss has ever read. If you have to clean, turn it into a timed race. If you hate email, create templates that sound like you. When you can't change the work, change the rhythm. Technology can also help. Voice to text can make writing faster. Automation can turn repetition into routine. Experiment with tools and methods until you find what makes the process lighter. Another tip: do your hardest work when you're at your best. We all have a golden hour, a time when our mind is clear and our energy high. Use that window for the tasks you dislike most. When you're mentally strong, even tough work feels easier. This is called strategic energy alignment. Instead of pushing through misery all day, match your schedule to your natural rhythms. If you're sharpest in the morning, tackle your hardest work first. If you fade after lunch, do lighter tasks then. Align your work with your body, not the other way around. Doing hard work when you're energized builds momentum. You finish faster, make fewer mistakes, and feel more capable. Confidence slowly replaces dislike. Here's the 4th principle. Simplify your life so you can tolerate what truly matters. Sometimes we hate tasks because we're already exhausted by less important ones. We waste energy on small, meaningless things, scrolling, multitasking, overcommitting, so when the real work comes, we're drained. The solution is ruthless prioritization. Cut out the busy work. Say no more often. Save your energy for the work that actually moves you forward, even if it's not fun. The fewer distractions you carry, the more patience you have for what counts. And finally, the most important principle: you don't have to love the task to love the person you become by doing it. Every unpleasant job builds something inside you: discipline, humility, patience, resilience. You may not love the task, but you can love what it teaches you about yourself. Athletes don't enjoy every workout, but they love the strength those workouts create. So try this mindset. I'm not doing this because I like it. I'm doing it because it's making me stronger. There's dignity in effort, growth in discomfort, wisdom in acceptance. Your ability to handle what you dislike often decides how far you go. Anyone can perform well when things are easy. True strength is performing well when they aren't. So when you face something you'd rather avoid, take a breath, find your best energy, do it well, and remind yourself, your attitude turns, "I have to do this," into, "I get to practice resilience today." In the end, it's not about the task. It's about who you're becoming as you do it. At 365 Lifetimes, we turn everyday struggles into timeless lessons, because every day holds a life-changing insight if you're willing to look. If this message resonated with you, like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more weekly stories about growth, mindset, and motivation. Because sometimes the work you dislike most builds the person you'll like the best.